Okay, I told y'all I'd get back to you about the situation out here at Twin Point, right outside Skytook Lake, Oklahoma. Amanda from Tulsa, in charge of the Corps Engineering campgrounds, told me somebody would get in touch with me today, because I got a hold of her Friday, and she called me back and said somebody would get with me Monday. So about between 9 and 9:30 today, Monday morning, I had two rangers knocking on my door, and went out there and talked to them. They explained this 4 o'clock checkout, 6 p.m. check-in situation. They were really cool about it. I mean, they were very polite and everything. They answered all my questions. One of them just happened to be the lake manager. They don't call themselves park managers, are called lake managers. Another one was a ranger, but he's actually the assistant lake manager, and in 2 weeks he's going to be promoted to the top dog lake manager. But right now he's assistant, so he's the one that basically answered all my questions. And basically the whole problem here is, he told me like 55% of the people that come here are locals. He said during the summer this place is packed. He said, you know, he just said it's packed. A lot of activity out there on the water and stuff, and people want to hang out until the last minute. And then you got campers that coming in, they come in early and they want to, you know, jump on their camp spot, and you still got somebody that's sitting there or out partying or whatever they're doing that don't have to leave until 4 o'clock. So they're being harassed by these people that come in early, and it's caused a lot of problems. Just, you know, campers getting harassed, or the people coming in early, you know, picking another spot and sitting there, and then that person comes in wanting their spot, and you got that camper sitting there. So all the way around, it's caused a lot of problems. So this year they went to this 6 p.m. check-in, hoping it would dissolve the situation. Also, if you do come in early, you have to pay an extra day. But he said that's what most people have been doing. They pay for an extra day, and that way if they want to come in before 6 o'clock, they can come on in. But to me, that doesn't really, I mean, that doesn't sound sense to me, pay them something that you don't get. But Twin Point is not a real bad campground. I talked to a camp host, and she said most of the problems are down at Bull Creek because it's primitive camping, and she said they've had a whole lot of problems down there. And also they got another campground in here, and it's called Tall Chief Cove, and they've had a lot of problems there. But she said overall here they haven't had a whole lot of problems. But she said Bull Creek and Tall Chief Cove has a lot of problems. I got a picture of the map right here, but see, Bull Creek is primitive camping, so yeah, that might be why you have a lot of problems. And Tall Chief Cove is down here, but I'm at Twin Point, and you know, she basically said, you know, yeah, they have a lot of problems at the primitive campsites, but she said, you know, they don't have that many problems here. But apparently these 3 campgrounds are all associated with the same lake manager. I got that right. So the policies have to be for all 3 of the parks. So you just can't make it for one park. They had to make it for all 3. But he did say at the end of the year they're going to look at this policy and see if it needs to be kept in place or not. As far as you know, checking in the dark and stuff, this park closes October 31st, so you really don't have to worry about checking in the dark. But I mean, I explained that to him, and I told him a few things. He really didn't want to read any comments on social media. He just said, you know, they hear gripes and pains all the time. But he said, basically, he said, the people that work here, they only work a 40-hour week. So at 5 o'clock they get off. So if something does erupt in the campground, it kind of like leaves the camp host to the bind, because, you know, she can't get a hold of anybody. So the only thing she can do is call the sheriff department, and then the sheriff department comes out. But he said, yeah, they work 5 days a week, 40 hours a week, and you know, they basically came up with this policy trying to dissolve the situation on all the harassments of campers and people coming in and getting somebody else's spot. And you know, it sounded like a total nightmare to me. But he did say, you know, 55% of the campers here are locals, and this place is packed all summer long. and he says everybody just wants to be out on the lake and having a good time. But they were really super nice about it. The assistant lake manager's name was Matt. He answered all my questions, no problem. He handled the whole situation with me answering questions. Like I said, he did not want to go on film. He just said he was uncomfortable with that. But I'll put the office in the bottom of the description of the video, the link of the office, if y'all would like to make a comment, because he said they're open for suggestions. And I put the the district lake office in the description of the video. But yeah, that's that's the whole thing. That's why they have a 6 p.m. check-in, a 4 p.m. check-out, because they've had so many disturbances in these 3 campgrounds that's the only answer they could come up with, besides having, a full-time park ranger in each one of these campgrounds, which they can't have, because he said not only are they park rangers, they also do all the maintenance work. So he said the majority of the time they got their hands full. So basically they're just doing the best they can with this situation. So if some of these campers coming in didn't harass other people's, maybe this policy would go away. But for now, that's the policy. These 3 campgrounds, I mean, check-in time is 6 o'clock, check-out time is 4 o'clock, and that's the answer to that. So there you go. I'm gonna run around, check out the other campgrounds, see what they're like. But as you can see behind me, this is a beautiful campground. I mean, it's nice. It's fairly empty right now, so it's real peaceful. It's got real nice showers. They keep the showers real clean. They got super hot water. The campground's pretty much clean. They were out here mowing grass today, so I don't want to give Twin Point a bad rep, because I mean, it's a great campground. I don't agree with the policies, because as a traveler being on the road, I don't want to have to wait until 6 o'clock to check in. I mean, I don't want to. So hopefully if some of y'all call in or talk to them or send emails, maybe they'll change this policy, because like I said, it's a great campground. It's really nice. But yeah, I'm just passing along what was told to me. So y'all have a great day, and I'm going to head into town and check out the other campgrounds. Okay, this is what I'm going to check out, because I talked to a person that would know all about it. She's been a camp host like 6 or 7 years. But this is where all the trouble is. This is another campground, which we're going to check that one out next. But there you go. It's all primitive camping. I have nothing against primitive camping. I have nothing against tent camping. I just believe, I mean, you should have good camp ethics. I guess that's the only thing I can really say. Okay, I came over here to Bull Creek. I just wanted to check it out and see why they have so many problems out of this campground. And it doesn't look like any RVs will fit in these sites. These are mostly walk-in campsites, but it is beautiful. Let me check it out a little bit more. You got your cooker, you got your picnic table, you got your fire pit way over here. That ain't a fire pit, just where somebody made a fire on an overhang. But yeah, I think what this park is, wow, look at the trash down there. Somebody threw a chair off. But yeah, I guess, I don't know, but ain't no way you can get a camper down in here, that's for sure. You might get one here, but all the other spots are just like tent sites. But as you can see, I don't even think they have a fire ring. They don't. But yeah, beautiful view though, I will give it that much. But it's kind of like a straight down drop, I will say that much. But let's go check out a few more and see what we see. Yeah, somebody left the trash behind right there. I don't know. By what I see, these are all tent sites. I mean, there's no place to put an RV. Got broken glass all over the ground right there. But yeah, that's what all these sites are, tent sites. I mean it is a shame some people ruin it for everybody else, but that looks like that's what the story is here. People in the primitive camping get a little rowdy and don't want to check out when they're supposed to, so they came up with this policy. But I'm going to go check out a few more sites, and I'm going to go over to the other campground and check that out. But the park I'm staying at, Twin Point, it's beautiful, so I don't want to give anybody the wrong impression. I was just really concerned about a 6 o'clock check-in. You might be able to get a small RV into these places, but what I see most is just tent camping. But they do have a few places where if you had a small RV, you could pull it in here. But in these parks, like if you look straight ahead, you got a fire ring. But then if you look over here, people decided to build their own little fire ring. So they've taken, collected rocks from wherever. And yeah, there you go. I don't know. Just doesn't look like the park is kept pretty clean. There's broken glass everywhere you look, but yeah. See, there's no way that fire pit's been cleaned, but overall, it's pretty, but I wouldn't want to park with a lot of trouble going on it, but and I know ain't nobody, you know, that's all tent camping right there, I'd say. Okay, I rode on down to Tall Cheap Cove campground. I wanted to check it out. Believe it or not, this campground here is about halfway full. I'm in loop number A. They got 30 campsites, and I'd say probably at least 15 of them, if not more, full. But this looks like a real nice campground right here. I don't know why they seem to have so much problems out of it, but I mean, this is all RV camping. I'll show you some of the sites, but yeah, all RV. You don't get me wrong, I have nothing against tent camping, because I tent camped for 52 years. I bought the Scamp because I got tired of getting off the ground. So yeah, that's why I bought the Scamp. But check out these sites, they're really nice. As you can see, you got the power right there. You got your picnic table. Same thing over here. I don't go to sites that have people in them. I try to find empty sites if I'm going to do a review on them. But yeah, overall, there's your water. If you look through the trees, overall, they're real nice. I mean, pretty crowded though. And we'll go over here and check out the bathrooms, see what they look like. Okay, these are the exact same bathrooms I have over my campground, but pretty nice. I mean, so you just cut the water on and go with it. You ain't got to sit there and keep pushing the button. And they do have the lower one for handicapped people, and they got the upper one for just us. But yeah, overall, these are nice shower houses. They're exactly the same shower houses that I have over at my campground, but I will say one thing, they had some hot water. I love that. But yeah, I'm gonna keep on going, see what else I can find. To the best of my knowledge, they have 3 different loops here. They got loop A, loop B, and loop C. Loop B doesn't have that many campsites in it, so I'd say this is a smaller one. But look at this view this guy would have right here. Got his water right there, and at least he's got a canopy and he's got an electric box. But look at that view. Pretty sweet, isn't it? There's your information board right there. But the gates do close at 10 p.m. and they don't open up until 6 a.m. And they do have gate attendants, and they do have the, if you try to back up into the campground, it's got those spike things on the speed bumps. It'll cut your tires. So once you come out, you better keep on going straight. There's a boat club down there in the bottom, but check out that view. I wanted to try to get a better view, but this is the best one I could get because it's private property, so I didn't want to go down in there. But I'm gonna try to get you one more. That there is the other campground I went and checked out. But yeah, look at that view right there. That's beautiful. It really is. Imagine living down there and having that in your backyard. Pretty nice.